And so that was miracle number one. Some of these listed are true miracles, him being one, Marley being the other. The other drivers survived as well. So every person involved in that wreck is going to be okay, and that's amazing. Some of these are just ways that God interceded on our behalf. We've talked about Amy Martin. God used her in probably one of the most important ways. Marley being unharmed, North Valley Church, you guys just have no comprehension of how much you mean to us. I want to talk about the first one listed, stranger at the gas station. This is one of those stories that came out. Actually, we knew it happened at the beginning, but I just got the details of it last week. God uses friends and family, but he uses complete strangers too. And this story, stranger at the gas station, her name is Rachel Wilcox. She is actually a pastor's wife from Aniana. She was on the way home from work and felt the urge to stop at a gas station. Didn't need gas. She had plenty gas, but just felt this strong urge. So she pulled over into a gas station she had never been to in her entire life. While getting gas there, she saw a little white SUV pull up, which was Kyle's parents. I had just given them the news. They were obviously very upset, and she says she felt the need to go pray. Which this day and age, you don't approach strangers. You never know what's going to happen, and she felt very apprehensive, but she said she did it. She was telling me I prayed a lot. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember one thing, and that is please bless the hands of those that are on that helicopter taking care of Kyle right now. She then got in her car and drove off. She said she prayed all the way home, and her husband prayed all night. Come to find out, a week after the wreck, she worked at a day spa here in town. A family came in for a day at the spa, and a family who had never been there before. And so as they spent the whole day together, they were talking, and she began to share this story. And as she did so, the mother, one of the clients there, said she just got real still and turned white as a ghost. And so Rachel asked, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Well, you just told me about that story. I was the woman on the helicopter with Kyle." Isn't that amazing? I know. And so they put it together that Rachel said, "Well, I prayed for you. You were the one when I prayed, bless the hands of those who are taking care of him." That was her. And the flight nurse said, "I have felt a presence in that helicopter greater than I've ever felt in my entire life." We knew this man was being watched. So it's just amazing that two absolute strangers who don't even know us got used, and then they got connected, and now we are all connected. Just amazing. There was a parent of one of these students that is one of his students at Oxford who we never met in our life, Shannon Stevens. Never didn't know who he was. Turns out he is an administrator in the ER, in the trauma division at UAB. He actually knew Kyle was coming before he got there. Had mobilized, had made personal phone calls to the surgeons there, and had the whole team ready. It's amazing. We had a friend who was actually one of Kyle's cross-country runners. Hadn't seen him in 10 years, I guess. Show up, and lo and behold, he's a doctor now. So he came, he was checking on us every day, and he actually was able to get stuff done, was able to help us out in very difficult times. So God used him. Jason Gay, who rocks the guitar back here. He doesn't know it. He played a very big role. He works at UAB too, and so he came by quite often, and it seemed like he dropped in when we needed some encouragement. God used him big. Like I said, the other drivers survived, which is an absolute miracle. Click it.
Yes, ma'am.
So despite all that, God renewed our spirit. He wanted our complete attention, and buddy, he got it. When you're on your knees and you have no strength, and you have to rely on him completely, that is when he makes the biggest changes. It humbled us. It humbled us to know that we were loved so much by him that he stepped in such a big way. He humbled us that he reached out to us both. I mean, I feel and I just feel his presence every day, and that he loves me, loves Kyle, loves Marley, and all of you too. He used y'all. Y'all humbled me to feel so loved. It's just an amazing thing. We did feel firsthand his grace and his mercy. He gave us a peace of mind. I will say that despite, now I may have not looked as calm as I felt, but after seeing Kyle the first time in the ER, this weird peace came about me, and I was worried for what he was going to go through, but the fear of him passing away was gone. I can't explain it. Our spirit is renewed. Psalms 51:10, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. That's what he did. Go for it.
All right. The main reason, like I said when I first started, was we just want to thank every single one of you that played a role. And you could have chosen to not play the role that you did, and you didn't. So thank you so much. First, of course, is North Valley Church. We thank every one of you here. Your prayers, your thank you cards, your get better soon, not thank you cards, get well soon cards, anything on Facebook, which Annie's not a big fan of. She is now. She wasn't at the time, but Facebook, all that kind of thing that you just reached out to us. We thank you so much for doing that for us. We do appreciate it. Also, our community, all the way from Springville, Argo, Margaret, this whole area really, really helped us out a lot. Just food-wise, money-wise, everything that it took in order to make it, because we couldn't do this by ourselves. We had God, of course, but we also need you guys' help as well. So we appreciate everything, and everybody answering their call. The next part would be co-workers. Like I said, I've been everywhere. I've worked all kind of different places, and I've seen people that have just showed up at every single place that I have been from. I went to Southside, teaching at Southside, AIDB, Oxford, Hoover, all those places. They all helped out a ton. The students that we had, they are good. I just had something pop up. I'll make sure to pop up on the screen. But my students, all the way from past to present students, they really, really helped out a lot. I didn't show this video because it's a little bit lengthy, but right when I got back, or actually when I was still struggling a little bit, my students made a video for me. It really spoke to my heart a lot. They used a song, He Will Not Slumber, which is sort of one of the verses that we used. So that song really touches my heart a lot. Also, if you'll see, I Need a Miracle, and when Russ sang it a little bit earlier, I can't sit through it. I cry every single time. So I go in a secret room just to make sure. But those songs really spoke to my heart. So thank you so much for all your prayers, all your meals, your visits, your phone calls, your cards, your videos, everything. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Also, we will pay it forward. We promise one day, and this will not go in vain. Again, I'll tell you that if two or more on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am with them. And we do feel like two or more were definitely gathered at this instance. Did I mess it up again?
No, click it.
Huh? Oh, it's not working.
Oh.
Can you click me one time? I think I might have run out of battery.
No, there.
There you go.
That's yours still.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, why do we think this happened to us? We don't really know, but we know that we definitely needed a change. We need to reprioritize everything in our life. We felt like we had everything out of whack, just to tell you the truth. Again, I'll tell you, December the 5th, you asked me the question, what do you need? I will tell you nothing. I don't need anything. I've got everything I possibly need. I got the greatest family in the world. I got the greatest life in the world. I got the greatest job in the world. I got the greatest church in the world. Well, God had different plans. So we need to reprioritize the way every one of those things were listed in your life. So in order to get our full attention, we need to be humbled and have complete reliance on God. He said, I'm going to take it all away from you and show you that you need to be humbled, and I did. I definitely needed that. There's no question about it. So we knew that God had greater plans for us. You heard many stories right now, and there's so many more that, again, we'll tell you about every single one of them if you want to know. But one of the major miracles, which you didn't go over this, was this lady right here to my left. God used her in such a way that she'll never know how much it means to me. And again, she's been trained as a nurse practitioner, so she knows how to act, knows what to do. But when it's your husband, you would think it'd be a little bit different, and it definitely was. It meant more to her for sure, but she knew exactly what to do at all times. And I can't ask for a better sidekick to help me out in instances like that. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And I can't really talk a whole lot more because I'll start crying. You don't want me to cry. But God had different plans, and we promise that this will not go in vain for us. So if you need anything, you want to talk about anything, you let me know, and we're going to pay it forward 100 times. So thank you so much for all your help on that.
We hope that you enjoyed this podcast. If you'd like more information on the ministries of North Valley Church, visit us online at mynvc.org.